friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and if you haven't seen this week's episode of The Bad Batch, you are in for a treat, but you are also being warned now that this episode will contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen it now, pause the video, go watch it. It is worth it. I'll wait.
A few moments later.
No, I won't, but come back and watch the video. Now, those of you who have seen the episode, you know just how cool the episode was. It had a lot of really awesome stuff, really a lot of character developing moments, but what was absolutely interesting was this image right here. Now, when Crosshair gets his new team, right, and he's being introduced to these new guys, there's 4 new troopers, right? 2 male, 2 female, and they are advanced. They're good at what they do. They are solid. They are amazing. But who are they? We are not given any names. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, these 4 characters in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, these 4 characters are none other than the beginning of Inferno Squadron. Now, I know that you're thinking, Thaddeus, there's a lot to take apart there. But now, when you play Inferno Squadron, the game, if you play, Battlefront 2, essentially the storyline, which was awesome, there are only 3 characters in Inferno Squadron, so not 4. Iden Versio, great character. She is 100% a wonderful character, really cool, really interesting. Gideon Hask is the other character that we see here, right? Gideon Gid, he is a character that he's the blonde character in the bottom left-hand corner. He's the one that doesn't really talk. This one talks and this one talks. Now, that's kind of taken, and you're like, oh, that's fine. Well, we know that one of the characters doesn't really make it out of the episode, right? He doesn't survive Crosshair's leadership. But that leaves 2 women and a man, right? And we know that Inferno Squadron is 2 men and 1 woman. And those 2 men aren't Crosshair. And you are absolutely right. They are not Crosshair. But the 3 remaining characters in this platoon led by Crosshair will still be the members of Inferno Squadron. If you look at the book by Christy Golden, this came out, I think, in 2016, and it's a really solid book. It takes place before the events of Battlefront 2. It's these 4 characters, and you see them here. You see Iden Versio, and then the other 3 down here, Hask and Del Miko, and someone by the name of Sane Marana. Now, 2 women, 2 men. What you see is these 4 characters are sent to infiltrate a group of former Saw Gerrera's partisans. They're called the Dreamers, right? It's a really awesome book, guys. 100% recommend it. It is absolutely amazing. And if you want, you can check out Audible. You get the audiobook for free in the link below. But what's so cool about this from the episode is if you look at Inferno Squadron as a whole, right? The book itself is absolutely wonderful. The game is wonderful. I love the storyline. It's shorter than I would have liked, but this is the storyline of the book. So Inferno Squadron, also known as Inferno Squadron, or simply Inferno, was an Imperial Special Forces commando unit commanded by Iden Versio during the Galactic Civil War. Inferno was first commissioned to infiltrate and destroy the Dreamers, an extremist group composed of former members of Saw Gerrera's partisans. They were not present with Saw Gerrera on Jeddah after the Battle of Yavin. They were later utilized against Admiral Garrick Versio, father of Iden, as part of Operation Cinder of the secret contingency when he received a message after the Battle of Endor. When Operation Cinder took place, targeted Vardos, Iden and Del Miko went rogue and defected to the New Republic. Gideon Hask, however, remained with Garrick and the Empire. Now, we did see in this episode these other commanders, these other troopers, did not want to fire on the civilians, essentially, right? But Crosshair just killed their buddy, and they're like, we're going to do what he says, right? It would make sense that when Operation Cinder comes along, that hesitation would be a lot more. Now, one thing you have to remember is these are still humans. These are still people. And just like Crosshair points out, clones get the job done because they're programmed to. Humans still have kind of a choice. And that choice weighs on them, I think, a little more than the programming of the Kaminoans does on the clones. Now, obviously, that's an assumption, but who knows? We do. We know. Because we look at some of the other texts, some of the other books that have come out in Star Wars lore, and we know that is something that does weigh on these people who carried out Operation Cinder. If you look at Erica Quell from the Alphabet Squadron series, if you look at the main character from one of the main characters from the Squadrons game, they leave because they know that Operation Cinder is an illegal order and they refuse to carry it out. And it weighs on them because they don't want to carry it out. So it would make sense that Iden Versio, who experienced this on a very small scale, this is Operation Cinder on a small scale. When she's asked to kill an entire planet, she's not okay with it, right? She's thinking back to this moment. So it would make sense for her to have lived this moment. And it's, I think, if this is the case, a great tie-in to the greater universe. Now, here's the thing. If you don't know the books, if you didn't read the book, then you wouldn't know that she's a member of Inferno Squad, and you wouldn't remember he's a member because, well, he dies and he's not really a member. But you would recognize these two. And if you learned their names, and when we learned their names, we're going to realize that they are members of Inferno Squadron. Del Mico, he's not in the book yet. He's not in the picture. Will he show up in Bad Batch? I don't rightly know, but he very well could. But this is huge. This is a really cool concept because they're introducing the idea that this crew is around. It also points out that by the time Battlefront 2 begins, right, by the time Operation Cinder begins, it's likely that Crosshair is either no longer a member of this group, he's been advanced or changed to something else, or his story arc has been redeemed, right? So there's a lot of potential here, and I can totally understand why they're not going to give away the names of these characters just yet, because so much happens and between this moment and Operation Cinder. It's pretty awesome. But what do you guys think? Do you think Inferno Squad actually showed up? Is Iden Versio this young lady here in the middle? Is Gideon Hask this blondie right here next to her? What do you guys think? Am I drawing at straws, or is this something really, really connected? Now, I think that it is. I think that Dave Filoni is bridging gaps here, guys. I think he's making it all come together. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment in the section below. In the section below, you're going to see 4 links. 1, Funko, always fun. I'm a collector. If you guys buy Funkos, follow the link. It's just to Amazon, but anytime you buy from that link, you do help out the channel. Additionally, if you want to check out Inferno Squad, the book, and I highly recommend it, go ahead and click the link for Audible. In that link, you get 2 free books, 1 month, absolutely free, all your choice. You quit within a month, you don't pay a dime, but you do help out the channel. Now, this book is phenomenal, guys, and it really gives the backstory of Inferno Squad for Battlefront 2, and I think will be crucial storyline for what's coming up in the Bad Batch. Additionally, check out the link for Discord and check out the link for my swag store where you can find all kinds of cool stuff, cool swag like Leia Poppins and Dank Ferrick. But most importantly, leave a comment in the section below. Subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified anytime I go live or anytime I post a video. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.